Hey guys, Sid's here. Welcome to this Hall of Fame interview, and I'm here with Neeraj Rathore, and I know him for a long time. He, in fact, attended one of my initial workshops back in the day. I used to do a 2-day workshop, and
Yes.
then that was a social media workshop. Then after that, we met in Pune in 2019 is when he came into the community and rediscovered himself, revamped his entire business model. He's a business consultant. Now he's running something called the Brand Sales Academy. He's the founder of that. And in the last 4 months, he's been able to achieve over 10.8 lakhs in revenue sales. And the best part is he's got over 220 students that he's nurturing and helping them launch their brands. And he's based out of Mumbai. So Neeraj, great, amazing journey. And
Thank you.
great to see the momentum that you built just in the last 4 months. Awesome.
Thank you, Sid. And as I said, it's really, it's my honor to be here because I used to see that Hall of Fame interviews, and I always said, hey, people are doing it. It's time you did it, Neeraj. So that
Awesome.
triggered, and I'm here, and I'm so happy to see you, Sid. Yeah.
Same here, same here. Great to interview you. So tell us about that mind shift. You were a business consultant charging people 2 lakhs and above for a project.
Yeah.
And then from there, now you have completely transitioned into now a product based mode, which is slightly different from the typical consulting mode.
True.
Just tell me at the starting point, like when did you decide that you wanted to do what we're doing over here? And what all did you have to go through personally to break your own barriers to revamping your own business model? Yeah.
So as I said, till last year, before COVID hit, it was pretty good. I have been working with earlier with Infosys, Convergys, TechM. I'm ICF certified coach. As you can see, I've written more than 12 books on different aspects of business. So it was like
Nice.
I'm doing well, all sorted. So when COVID hit, slowly, the businesses, the consulting assignments slightly going down as such.
Down.
And then I every day used to send that Hall of Fame interviews and everything. I said, hey, time I did something. So till the time until last year in I think November I started, and I was trying to figure out what is it all about because I was setting up the entire system and all, creating click funnels, creating get response, creating all that is required. So from February actually started,
February 2021.
2021 we actually started. So earlier it was some webinars that we did, and then as usual, I think January I did, and there were few conversions. So what's happening? And then I saw one of your interviews where you said that, hey, your South African interview where you went, and there was, I said, if it can happen with Sid, it could happen with me. So just continue on the path. This is giving business or success to a lot. It will give you the business. So I feel it's all about patience. It's all about persistence. It's all about focus. So sometimes what happens earlier, people come into it and they don't get, and they just exit.
Yes.
Just be here. This model is working for all. It will work for me. And that was a transition where you have to just break through a particular point, and then click, things starts working.
Things start working. So 2018, you bought my course. Right through 2020. I mean, there was nothing. You were not in action, I would say. And then 2021 Feb. What was happening? Right through 2020. I want to understand. Were you like discovering yourself or trying to find out your niche or develop products? What was your phase at that?
Absolutely. So you're one of those where we talk about niche, blueprint. So I saw that earlier. I used to talk about myself as a sales coach. Hey, I'm a sales coach, and that's what I was doing as a sales consulting with corporation. So the thing was always that dilemma, Sid, and the dilemma was very simple. Hey, I'm charging around 2.5 lakhs for 6 months. And I'm coming here and asking people for 5,000 rupees. What would be my value in the market? What would people think that, hey, this guy has like devalued himself? And that was something which was like, no, I'm not doing this. But when I saw, people using this as a platform, moving businesses, impacting people's life. So right from just being a person who's just thinking on myself to a transformation where now I have people where it's not my journey, my success, it's their journey, their success.
Exactly.
So it's lovely now that I'm kind of, working with each one of them, because if they're successful, I'm successful. So now the entire thing has now changed, where now it's like a mission for me.
Fantastic,
and so that niche, so from a niche having talking about me as a sales coach, now it's like, hey, how do you get 5 to 7 high net worth clients in 5 days using a lighthouse method that I've created?
Okay.
So from a super big and then I remember your comments, like it's in the niches that you get the riches.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
how I figured out that, hey, you need to go sub niche. You cannot be talking about sales coach and all. So that sub niche has actually done a
So your
lot.
sub niche is high ticket,
High ticket. How to
high
get high
ticket.
ticket? How to get high
Nice.
ticket clients, right?
Excellent.
So,
And when did you come up with the idea of brand sales academy? When was that? When was that born?
so this was born again, last year in September, October, when I launched this thing about, I'm going to create something like Brand Sales Academy, where
Mm.
it should be where people can learn, because every coach, trainer, consultant, or business owner, they have a
Mm.
great product.
Mm.
But since I've been working with Infosys in the engagement manager role,
Mm.
TechM, all these companies, I've always into the sales part of it as an account
Yes.
manager engagement. Then I did my ICF certification.
Mm.
Then it started like one person that I think both of us have to thank, and that is Suren, right?
Mm.
So I
Absolutely.
always have due respect to him. Because of him I kind of got to know you better, and
Mm.
it's opened my mind. And when
Mm.
one of the sessions I was there with Alex Manderson, when you
Mm.
were also there taking a session out there, I
Mm.
said, no, I have to do something. But still, it's like it's always the right time, the right
Mm.
time has to come. So yes,
Mm.
that transition, and then Brand Sales Academy started. And
Mm.
then I started getting people to say, hey, learn sales. It is
Mm.
not about selling. You don't have to be a sleazy salesman. You
Mm.
just have to tell about your product and services. You have to
Mm.
pass that information to people, and
Yeah.
they will buy. And
Mm.
that is how, with that consulting with people, getting into this, how to
Mm.
get 5 to 7 high net worth clients,
Mm.
got into picture. And
Mm.
now, I'm helping people, take the business to the next level,
Awesome. Awesome.
using your copyright mastery. That is
Mm.
another very good tool, I feel. I think
Mm.
people should learn that first, apart from
Mm.
everything else, about how do you create your video sales letter, how do you create a landing page,
Mm.
what to write. Because
Mm.
that's what you're putting it so nicely. Because once you did that, then I
Mm.
started my information or transformation, like talking to Dan, getting courses from Dan Kennedy,
Mm.
Joseph Sugarman. I said, hey, copywriting is something which will really
That's the
change
core.
that. That's a
Mm.
core. And I stuck to that course. So when people come to me, I said, forget everything.
Mm.
You don't do anything. First, you learn copywriting. Because if
Mm.
you learn this, if you're telling your customer exactly what a product and services is, you can get the breakthrough, cut through
Mm.
the noise, and people will get you. So that was the
Awesome.
thing. And then I teach people, as you say,
Mm.
go sub niche,
Mm.
and then the rest part of follows in terms of
It'll
how
all
to
fall.
business and all of
Mm.
it. So that
So
was all the journey.
amazing. So September is when this Brand Sales Academy was born, and then you developed this into launching it in from Feb onwards, and you got the results. So
Absolutely.
if you can recollect, what were the trigger points that made you wake up from being in your world to now just getting like these massive results in 4 months? Like what can you think about as triggers? Like what made you wake up?
So see, when you're working with different companies, I was
Mm.
working on a retention model, pretty
Mm.
happy with getting money and everything, right?
Mm.
That was one trigger. I think one of those triggers was, hey, people were reducing the charges, and some people say, hey,
Okay.
just hold on.
So
COVID is
the
it, just hold
existing
on.
projects were going down. That is one. Okay.
That
Mm.
was one. Second, I said, seeing you, because the Hall of Fame is like, you're not doing anything, but you're watching people. Like, I can see those interviews, that
Mm.
interview, but hey, people are making money, guys. This
Mm.
model works. So that
Mm.
was another trigger. And
Mm.
then when you're meeting people, when you're slowly doing your webinars, people are
Mm.
coming and talking about the problems, talking
Mm.
about some basic issues like, I don't my niche, I
Mm.
don't know, how to sell.
Mm.
That makes it said, hey, there's a huge market. So as you rightly said, solve a problem. It's
Yes.
not about the
Mm.
tools. It's not about digital marketing. First, you need to focus on what's the problem you're trying to solve. What are
Mm.
the pain areas? I distinctly remember what are the pain areas that you're talking about.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
think one of those things which is I always carry with me in my purse, which you already given, and which is already there with me, and that is those cards,
The gold cards.
the gold
Nice.
cards. And I think when you see that, you feel that, hey, this is where you want to go, right?
Mm.
This is where you want to go. What's stopping you? So I said,
Mm.
give it a try. And that's what it is. And if you give it a try and you're persistent on that journey, this
Mm.
will work for you for sure. So,
Fantastic.
as I said, from a self-centered person, you get into a mission where you kind of adding people,
People. Yeah. The whole
helping people in the
change, the
journey.
angle has changed now.
That
Awesome.
success of theirs changes you. Said, let's do more. So that's
Mm.
what it is. And
Yeah.
then you have all the courses that you're trying to do, learning them, because you have to keep on learning. Because if in this field, as I can
Mm.
see, every time you're introducing new modules. Every time you're doing something. So in this, you have to be a learner. That's a beauty. So yeah, I just
Awesome, Neeraj.
implemented what you have showed, and that was a success. Yeah.
Great to know. So just to recap, first trigger point was industry going down. Second trigger point was Hall of Fame interviews. Third trigger point was, the copywriting course and, understanding that core. And then fourth trigger point, what I could see is like the angle, from a self-centered approach to a community approach. So these things have changed.
You need a tribe. You need a tribe. So
you need a tribe.
I can see that your tribe is growing, and the masterminds that you do at Mondays 11 a.m. Because I'm part of your Freedom Challenge. Yeah, that's great. People are getting results. So I used to make sure that I'm there and listening. I never used to talk. I said, yeah, things are working, man. There's something are not doing it. So just pick it up, because you have to just shift, saying, hey, fine. The time was great. Everything was great. And believe me, from making 4 to 5 lakhs a month, now that transition has changed. You are making every month you're making much more, and you're much more happier. And out there, when you're working with a consultant, you are like doing everything for them, right?
You're a slave there.
You're a slave. They are like at the beck and call. Neeraj, what do you do? Neeraj, what do you do? It's now it is like you have created a model. People are utilizing it. They are helping, and I'm using same model, just that I do it twice a week rather than there's just because this is the time I have to nurture them more. And I see there's great results happening for each of the person whom we have been impacting lives. So that's great.
There's more fulfillment, there's more freedom, and also you wake up every morning looking forward to what you can do for them next. It's like the feedback you're getting from them.
True. The word is freedom. So I wanted that, but I didn't know how to do it. But your model helped me achieve that freedom that is well in terms of time, money. Time is the most important thing. You don't have time to yourself when you're doing that consulting. Now I've got time for myself because I've created a model and it's helping people. That's a beauty.
Awesome. Great, transition, Neeraj. So tell us, let's get into your marketing model. Like, how do you get people into the system? Like last 4 months, you've got some great results. So walk us through the different stages of the customer journey. Like what's your conversion process from leads to conversions? Yeah.
So what we do is typical, I saw your video in terms of lead generation and Facebook marketing. I did myself because I remember you very well saying that, hey, you need to do everything yourself. Right. Yes, and that is what it is. I can't see anybody around you. So you always been putting that thing. You need to do everything yourself. And now after I did it, I could understand why you're saying it, because you need to understand what's happening. Yes. Earlier, I used to burn my money giving to, last year, I used to get some agency. I said, 5,000, invest, do. And I didn't know exactly what they're doing. They're saying, sir, leads. And they used to give me some leads which were not worth it, right? Because I never used to go, because I always like Facebook. Now, I don't want to get in technical. I love coaching. I love to do this. I love to sit and understand and, give them solutions or enable as a ICF certified coach. But I don't want to go and do that part of it. But once you learn these tricks, once you understand what it's all about, then even if you give it to somebody, you have the checks and balances. So first I learned the entire system, how does the system work? And then now I give it to the agency who runs it for me, and I do a review, which I know what's happening out there. And thanks to your system, I understand that. Because
they can't fool you around. You know the numbers. You know what has.
I know the numbers, because that's what you do. And your mastermind said, okay, tell me, what do you do? What was the money you invested? What is the return you get? So when you keep on listening, because it's not like people think that, hey, if Sid is not talking to me, I'm not getting. No, it is like you just listen to that person and apply the same process to your system and check what's the thing. And then I used to calculate. I said, there is something here. So first I learned, then I give it to people. So now the thing is that we run ads, and earlier what I used to do is I used to run ads. It didn't give me results. I just stopped. I used to just backtrack. No, I'm not going to burn any. Now my ads have not stopped. Even if it's not giving, let Facebook understand who you are, what you're looking for, look for lookalikes for you, work on that entire thing, and give you the results that are required. And that's what was the big. So I said, no, even if I have to take a loan, I will take a loan, but I'll continue this, because I strongly believe that this will give you the result. I think the belief is so important for you. You need to believe in your product. You need to believe in the systems that are there, and just continue doing it. So I just continued. So the idea is Facebook ads, get them to InstaMojo directly. Initially.
Now it may not work. Yeah. So you get them for InstaMojo. They buy a webinar ticket.
Absolutely. They buy a webinar ticket. They come to a WhatsApp group where I add everybody into WhatsApp group.
Perfect.
Then I do a Zoom session.
It's a 99 rupee ticket.
199. Yeah. and then I do a 3-day Zoom session with them.
Okay.
Third day, I upsell them onto my 799 course.
7999 course. Okay, 7999. Fantastic.
So that's the process that I am doing now.
So what they pay for is 3 days. Is a 3-day live
3 days,
training.
absolutely, and give
Okay.
a lot of value, because the first 2 days itself, I've kind of like there's like transition, because mine is not that typical GAN. I use your copywriting formula. I said, okay, let's do a copywriting for you. So I pick up 3 people. I said, okay, I will do a copywriting for you. I'll create the great hooks for you. I'll the model that you can create, the problem, talk about the solution, talk about the benefits. So I do it in the session itself, and that gives like, this is good. And that's because rather than just doing a boring webinar and then continuing, it was like, I'm doing a thing which is giving them impact right there in that workshop.
This is a workshop. This is like you're actually doing the work.
Absolutely. So
and how do you do this? Is like how many hours? Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like weekend workshop?
Yes. So it's like right now I have 2 workshops going on, and that's why so I have one which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
And the other is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So, and what timings? 2 hours a day or how many hours?
1.5 hours. 8 to 10:30.
8 to 10:30.
8 to 9:30.
9:30. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this is how it works, and it works beautifully.
Nice.
But I also, after that, when I got this, so I got into a habit of conversion. Then I started webinars, because now when I could convert, because earlier when the webinars were running, I was not, I was into that more of an information giving.
Yes.
I was closing it. But when I saw, because somewhere, there's a fear, like, what would people say? What if not close? But when I saw you doing it multiple times, because I was part of the course, but still when, your webinar used to happen, I used to go there. I just used to watch, how are you doing that part? After that, then I saw the webinar selling formula of yours, started implementing that. So it's a hybrid model. It's a workshop plus webinar.
Both, yes.
Which is great, giving great results. That's what I can tell you.
Nice. So typically, how many people attend your 3-day? And how many convert at the end? Because 3 days means that you are really warming them up for a longer time. So you'll have better conversions. Yeah.
So it's between 160 people to 230 people
per batch when they come for the 3-day.
Yes, per batch, and it continues. And I give them a lot of templates which they can ready use. It's all about the first evening itself. If they put the copyright right, if they put the sales page, they actually start getting a lot of likes or maybe few conversions. So the second day is they're super excited, and they put a lot of feedback in the group saying, boss, this works.
Nice.
This works. I said, good. Now come to day 2. I'm going to tell you how to write those wonderful, wonderful emailers. And that again, gives them a lot. And then I give them a strategy about, what is it in terms of actually getting high ticket? Because everybody is talking, we want premium clients. Hey, just being who you are is not going to be how you give your premium clients. You need to have a process, and the typical thing I said, go look at Siddharth's model. He's created that everything, and that is why you need to have a level, and you need to have levels. You're just starting new. Everybody wants easy ticket and have a premium client for him. Everybody. But either you have to have this model, or you have to create that brand for yourself where people perceive you as somebody who's giving you the high ticket item. And that's something which I explained to them, and then
nice. In fact, I did a post on Facebook recently. I said, everybody is now trying to teach how to get high ticket clients without teaching them how to build a high ticket product. That has to be there.
That has to be there. Because you need to understand, if you are who you are and you're wanting to high ticket, it doesn't work. You have to create that product so that they also would look into somebody who is a person who's providing that high ticket.
True. Absolutely.
So those are the 2 things said I've actually picked up from there, and that is what you just have. You don't have to see everything. You just have to see where you kind of match and where your strengths are, and then pick up that and then implement in the course.
Yes.
Just few part of yours is it takes it off.
Yeah. So when how many people, let's say 160 to 200 people come for your 3-day, what's your conversion like? You do 10%, 20% from the room?
So around between 15 to 20% is what the
excellent. That's great. 15-20%, that's nice. So how many batches have you done in the last 4 months? You do like 1 per week or 1 in 2 weeks? How does it?
Initially it was 1, then I started 2, then I used to do the webinars. So I would say I have done like 8. So it's more than 35 batches already gone through.
Nice. So from Feb till now. So you're looking at 4 months. Yeah, 4 months, 8
They've already
35 batches.
And now I don't use. I don't have to rely on Facebook because it's all word of mouth. People are saying, come to my session. So I get a lot of requests, sir, I saw the ad, but can I say, come join, come over, have the transition. Because this is what it is. Everybody says, hey, COVID, business is not working. I said, come over, be part of my tribe and see every person who is making money. I increased my revenue from September till now. It's like 6 times. So it's not COVID. It's the way you are trying to do your business. You have to put your systems and
change the approach. Yeah.
Change the approach. It will give you money. A lot of people are waiting. I said, when COVID gets over, then I'm going to start. I said, come on, guys. This is not the way. So yeah, it's been a fabulous journey. That's what I can tell you. It's a fabulous journey, right from where I saw you, where I met you during that quantum leap, and when I see you that doing the crewing part of it, and now sitting. I'm super excited.
Thanks, Neeraj. Thanks. It's all in the journey. It's an amazing journey. So next question I have for you is, what's your vision now for the next 1 year? Now that you've the steam has picked up, where do you plan to take this in the next 12 months, next 3 years? Have you planned something out?
So I'm going to ask that question again, but I have a plan, and I want you to this was one of my, as I said, this was part of my bucket list. And hey, I want to be in Sid's Hall of Fame. I want to be there. That's what it is. So right now, Sid, in the next 1 year, the idea is to kind of reach out to at least 2,500 people, and I'm sure it will be much more, and have those level 3 and level 3 courses where all this is automated. Because sometimes when I started during initially, it was quite cumbersome, because I was trying to do that one-to-one with each one of them. But then I said, no, this model doesn't work. So the idea is to have this level 2 process, which is selling much better, having more conversions.
You have a level 2 now, 7,999, and level 2 is open?
One is level 2 is 1.5 lakhs, which I've just got 4 people.
4 people, okay.
Which is like a done for you system. Where I say, hey, I'm going to create your landing page. I'm going to create an entire system. I'm going to run your ads for you. I'm going to create the instruments. I'm going to give you leads. So you don't have to do anything. You're a coach, just sit back and relax. Me and my team. So again, that's also changed. So last 2 months, this was slightly. So from being a solopreneur, I have now become an entrepreneur. Right. So basically, and then, one of those things that Rajiv Talreja teaches, then, so Sid model has taken you through, and then you say, hey, how do I use this model now? Then you go and check what Rajiv has done. I said, hey, create a system, create a team out there. And then you take out those paste notes from somewhere, said, I attended it once with Rajiv. And then you take that. And now that thing is all about his system.
Awesome.
Scale it up. So I've got 6 people now.
Good.
People who are doing Facebook ads, creating that, people who are doing that, creating posts, sending emailers. So I focus more in terms of business growth, and I've got this time of people working along.
So your funnel is more like a 3-day workshop, then into a 7,999 level 1 product. And then you directly to them to consulting services, like consulting and services, where you do done for you services.
Absolutely, done for you systems. But I want to create something out here where these people can also. So I'm looking for something like.
Actually, what you can do is you can add, group coaching with services. So you can also audit them, and like what I do, hot seats. You can even bring them on, and along with services. So it becomes even more, powerful for you to track what.
I want to put that up, and that's why. And then other thing was, I'm here, Sid. And I really feel that I was seeing one of those. I think there was some gentleman, I don't remember, and he said, give me a target now. So the same question I'm going to ask you at the
1 crore target within 12 months.
Absolutely.
That's easily. So you're already at 1/10 the way. Absolutely. So you can easily scale it up. So when say 1 crore means you should be aiming at like 10 lakhs a month. And then you can do it in 10 months. So if that's the plan for you, you just keep that as a vision. And then once you achieve that, then you 5x that the next year. You can do it.
And I'm going back against it once I reach that mark. So that's the idea, to come back and be with that 1 crore thing. Thanks.
Yes.
That gives you a direction.
Awesome, Neeraj. I mean, thank you. I think you've shared a great set of points. All of you here watching. If you have taken notes on what Neeraj's journey was and how if it applies to you, share your learnings below and what you got from this particular episode, this interview. If you want to know more about what Neeraj does in my YouTube channel, there's a link in the description. Go check it out. And if you would like to be a part of this community, Internet Lifestyle Hub, go to sids.co, sidz.co/join. And join. We are over 11,000 entrepreneurs and coaches, experts, trainers who are on this journey of building a freedom business for themselves. So you can get into the bandwagon. Neeraj, I like to ask this question at the end of all the interview, which is the success principle. So if you have to break down all your learnings, all the success gyan trainings, all the trainings you've attended, into and what you've applied for yourself, what is that one success principle that you live by and you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life?
I think a couple of them, one, we all, some people do a lot of coach hopping, and I'm not blaming them because I started that way, right? Finally, I feel it's all in the immersion. It's all, if you immerse.
It's all in the immersion
of it, right? Get into it, immerse yourself, create that mastery. Because if I wouldn't have created mastery in copywriting and how to get 5 to 7, because I did everything about that particular sub niche. I was not flying all around and they say, what do I do after? Hey, I need to do Facebook ads. I need to learn about this. That doesn't help. You need to do that one. So focus, have patience, immerse yourself. Mastery is what will take you through.
That's the word.
That is what I feel. So I always feel focus and mastery, immersion. I think these two words. And then lastly, it's believe. And as you rightly said, surrender. Surrender to a master. They have done it for 11,000 people. They can do it for you. And that's what it is. Otherwise, this thing will always stop you. No, let me try this. Let me try that. Just stop there. Take a deep breath, surrender, and then move forward. I think that's what I would say, Sid, is what will take people forward. And it's what I believe truly. And that's what I imparted to my team, that this is what it is. Get mastery, be immersive, focus, and drive it through. Nothing is
awesome. Awesome, Neeraj. Thank you for sharing that one thing. And it's a couple of things that you shared. That's awesome. So a few other members, they may want to know, what is your experience of being a diamond member? I mean, what kind of impact has that had on you?
I think, a lot of people think that, hey, if I have got a level 1, first let me implement it. Yes, the implementation is there. But Sid, when I came into the diamond membership, that's why I got to know the entire picture about how this actually works. Because you are like a part of it, and then we feel that, yes, it's good if you can implement it. But I didn't implement fully what was there. I saw that. But once I came here, your outlook changes.
Yeah.
Your people that you're interacting with, it's all about who the people are with you. So when I'm there in the diamond and when I see this mastermind and when things happening, I think, okay, these are the things. So when your thinking is different when you're in that group. But here it's a different group.
It's a different network. Yeah.
People are achieving crores. They are coming out here, sitting out here. I said, if they can do it, why can't I do it? Let me do it too. So I definitely recommend people to come here, even if you have implemented part of it. But if you come here, the system or the people will drive you to achieve what is required, because that's what it's all about. And I feel this is beautiful, and that's what has helped me a lot. Because till the time I was there, I was not getting that. That outlook doesn't open. So the outlook opens, and your view, your perception opens. Highly recommend. I would strongly feel.
Thank you. Thank you, Neeraj. Great to know that you had an impact on that. Super stuff. So thank you all for watching this interview. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share your comments below, hit that like button, and stay notified. And if you're watching this on Facebook, on my Facebook page, tag a friend that needs to watch this, because if you've got some benefit out of this, somebody else can benefit, and even share this video. Thank you once again, Neeraj. Looking forward to interviewing you in the Crore Club next. You're going to do it much faster than we can ever imagine.
And inshallah, it's done. Thank you, Sid, for the time. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Super best. Thank you. Bye-bye.